OTAs or organized team activities are officially underway. And let me tell you, I guess JJ McCarthy is already impressing most media members as well as the coaching staff, too, which I think we all could have assumed. I know that injury from last year, his season ending knee injury, was definitely something to not sneeze at, if you will. A knee injury is never good. But JJ McCarthy has taken all the right precautions, has done the right things, and is in the building for OTAs and looking pretty solid, including his mobility, which coming off an knee injury is definitely going to be in question. So hopefully this continues throughout the season. But let's get right into it. How are OTAs going? What are some updates? We're only going to talk about JJ McCarthy today, which I know a couple days ago I mentioned, like, hey, everyone's going to look at McCarthy. Everyone's going to look at the offensive line, but keep your eye on the secondary. I get it. We'll talk about them when the time comes. But right now, we're going to talk about JJ McCarthy and how he's looking at the start of OTAs. But before we do that, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, the link for that is in the comment section. And use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a discount on your purchase. They have all types of NFL helmets, all alternates, basically, or most of the alternates as well. They also have college football helmets. So if you don't want an NFL team helmet and you want a college team helmet, they got them. And they also have helmets that you can fully customize. So if you're looking for, a gift for somebody, or maybe you just want something for yourself, Green Gridiron is the place for you. Hit that link in the comment section. Use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive that discount. And if they already have a deal going on, you can stack the promo code to receive even more off of that final purchase. So let's get right into it. How are OTAs looking, and how are the players looking at this point in time? Well, Kevin O'Connell highlighted the other day that the energy players brought in to the Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center's indoor practice facility, contrasting the dreary wet weather outdoors. He said, "We've got darn near 100% participation," which is fantastic. I mean, you do not see that very often, but this is coming from a team that had a very disappointing end to their season last year, right? Everyone needs to be bought in, and that right here at voluntary workouts, I believe it is what is considered basically, is fantastic. Like, veterans do not have to show up at all. Okay, so let's continue on this portion with 100% participation. That included Vikings first round draft pick Donovan Jackson, all the way up to Harrison Smith, the team's most tenured player, prepping for his 14th season. Practicing players also included Justin Jefferson, who has been spending time both on and off the field with quarterback JJ McCarthy. Seeing Justin Jefferson at OTAs is a massive ordeal. Okay, the last couple of seasons hasn't been great, and he knows it. We've seen him on the bench get very, very frustrated about how things have ended. That's why he's here. He's here to get better. Plus, he knows he has a new quarterback that's throwing him the ball. So you have to build that chemistry. You have to get that rapport up with each other. Otherwise, who knows what the season looks like. So I'm glad Justin Jefferson is there, and so is Kevin O'Connell. Here's what he had to say speaking on Justin Jefferson. He said, not just for JJ, but but you guys know this. He's an energy igniter of the whole building, and I think he's come back with a purpose and a mindset. I know this is kind of your guys' first time seeing him, but he's been here and spent some time here during phase 2 of OTAs. Just when we're pitching and catching, you hear his voice, you hear his interaction with teammates, and they just carry such a long way. He and I have had a lot of conversations about his role. He's not only a captain, but he means so much to this organization and the guys in that locker room that know if this guy, one of the best in the world at what he does, is pushing himself in May and June, I sure as heck better be doing the same thing, which 100%, it sends a message, right? If Justin Jefferson is there, in my opinion, the best receiver in the National Football League, that should rub off on players. That should make our team that much better and ready to prepare and hit the season head on, right? Just go out there, balls to the walls. Let's have a great season. JJ, or Justin Jefferson, Jay Jettis, if you will, is setting an example, and it's a very good example, especially for the newcomers. But it also is helping JJ McCarthy, right? They're building that chemistry and stuff like that. So let's talk about JJ McCarthy, shall we? Well, reporters observing Wednesday's OTA session, noted McCarthy's mobility. The quarterback seemingly unhindered by the meniscus injury that halted his rookie campaign last August. Kevin O'Connell acknowledged JJ McCarthy's progress and said it's a credit to the work that he's put in ever since the injury occurred Minnesota's 2024 preseason opener. This is what Kevin O'Connell basically said. He said, "You guys have heard me say it throughout the offseason, but there's been a lot of lonely hours where it's him and the training staff and the strength staff and just the work he's put in to get his body where it's at, his arm feeling the way it is, and then, of course, coming off the injury, his lower body feeling as good as it does to move the way he's doing. But he looks great. He's feeling really good. Now we've got to stack a lot of really good days of spring together," which is great. We love to hear that, especially a knee injury is something that you don't sneeze at. It's something very serious, and it could hinder a lot of players' mobility and even their confidence going forward. And the fact that it hasn't hindered any of that for JJ McCarthy is great. Plus, I think we should all have already known that this is the route that he was going to take, right? Because as soon as that injury occurred, he got the surgery, and guess what? He was in the building every single day talking over game plans with Harrison Phillips, a defensive tackle, learning defenses in and out, trying to understand what NFL defenses are trying to do. That's the type of quarterback we drafted. That's the type of quarterback that's going to lead us very far in this future that he has here with the Minnesota Vikings. And hopefully that's a long one, right? Hopefully it leads to at least one Lombardi trophy. We would all absolutely love that. Kevin O'Connell also had this to say about JJ McCarthy that, we can't assume that he knows any particular thing based upon the meeting room. We've got to come out and organically feel exactly where he's at. I've told quarterbacks for a long time, meeting room, when you're studying things on your own, and then when you're in it, in the huddle, coming off a play where, shoot, I might have missed a protection call, but that doesn't change the fact that there's another down coming and another one and another one. So just consistently going through all that repetition, you have to see not just the meeting room, but how he puts what he learned in the meeting room to the film work, to the on-field work, to in the huddle, to making protection calls, to actually executing the play, right? He also continued by saying, I've been really surprised by some of the things that he does know. You're like, man, we covered that in a 10-minute burst in week 11 last year. How do you remember that? And then there's some other things where you're like, oh, I assumed he knew that. So it's our job, baseline teaching and stacking days and learning, or layered learning, so that we're constantly making him feel like he's growing but never comfortable, never satisfied on any particular outcome, because we're building towards something much greater than just a single play here or there. Yeah, we're building to a Lombardi, okay? We're building to one day win a Super Bowl for the first time in this franchise's history. I'm loving everything we're hearing about JJ McCarthy at this point in time. And maybe at the beginning of the season or at the beginning of the offseason, it was a massive question mark. Are we going to roll with JJ McCarthy? And after what I've been hearing, not just from the OTAs, at the beginning of OTAs, basically since he's been a Viking, since we drafted him, I've been ready. I think we've all been ready to see what he has, what he can bring to this organization. And if everything transpires the way it's supposed to and what we think and what we're hearing about, he's going to be good. He's going to be very, very good and bring us a lot of happy times for this organization, for this fan base, and hopefully it continues to go that way. There's going to be some downs, but there's going to be some ups, and we have to ride the ups. I know as Vikings fans, we have a lot, that we go through on a week-to-week basis, right? We get the highs. We win a couple games. We're thinking, oh, we're on the top of the mountain. Then we get absolutely dismantled, and we're like, of course, we knew it was going to happen, because that's what happens with every single Minnesota sports professional team. We watched it with the Minnesota Timberwolves just last night. They blew it. They choked. Couldn't do anything about it. But we knew it was going to happen. Deep down, we knew. We had hoped maybe it wasn't going to be that way, but we knew. Same with what the Twins are doing. They're looking good right now, but come postseason, Minnesota Wild, round one exit. Last season for the Minnesota Vikings, round one exit. So it happens. But with JJ McCarthy, keep that hope up. Good things are to come. So you guys, let me know your thoughts about this situation. What are you liking about JJ McCarthy? Have you heard anything? Are you excited for the season that he's going to bring us? Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skull Vikes.